For the third time, I'm visiting Poznań in western Poland. And once again, I'm reminded why I enjoy coming here so much. This time, there's again a very special reason for my visit. After 51 years in service, Poznań is saying goodbye to one of the most iconic tram types in Eastern Europe, and also one of my personal favorites. The Konstal 105 NA, affectionately known as the Stopiontka. For one final weekend, these legendary vehicles returned to the streets for a farewell event. But first, a little bit of background. The original 105N was developed in the early 1970s at the Konstal factory in Horšov as the successor to the older 13N trams. Like the famous Czechoslovak Tatra trams, it was based on the American PCC concept and featured accelerator control equipment. One of its most distinctive features was the large amount of glazing, including additional windows beneath the windscreen. This gave the tram its famous nickname, the Aquarium. The improved 105NA version entered production in 1979 and quickly became the standard tram of communist Poland. Compared with the original 105N, the extra glazing was removed, giving the front end a cleaner appearance. What remained was the distinctive pair of center doors, one of the most recognizable features of the design. The trams usually operated as permanently coupled two-car sets, with the second vehicle lacking a driver's cab. Many of the original 105N cars were later rebuilt to 105NA standard as well. Until the early 1990s, thousands of vehicles were built, and virtually every major Polish tram system operated them. For many people, the distinctive sound of a 105NA is simply the sound of Polish urban transport. In Poznań, these vehicles formed the backbone of the tram network for decades. Over the years, many cars received refurbished interiors, electronic destination displays, and upgraded electrical equipment. Some vehicles were extensively rebuilt by Modatrans Poznań and emerged as the modernized Moderus Alpha type. However, the arrival of modern low-floor trams from Solaris and Modatrans gradually reduced the role of the 105NA fleet. Year by year, fewer remained in service. On the 30th and 31st of May, MPK Poznań organized a special farewell event for the remaining representatives of the class. To mark the occasion, the operator introduced a special heritage service, Tram Route 51. The route number was chosen to reflect the remarkable 51 years these trams spent in regular service. The line operated between Górczyn and Starowenka, passing through Poznań's historic city center. Across the 2 days, no fewer than 7 different Konstal sets took to the streets, representing various stages of the type's long career in the city. For many visitors, this was probably the largest gathering of operational 105NA trams seen anywhere in Poland in recent years. The stars of the event were beautifully preserved vehicles 81 and 82, representing the original 105N design. One of the most remarkable sights of the entire weekend was a 3-car 105NA train, known in Poland as a trójskład. For the event, all 3 vehicles received a retro livery, and the long-term plan is to restore the entire train to its original appearance before adding it to Poznań's historic collection. Because the train was too long for many stops on the route, the rear doors of the last car had to remain closed throughout the journey. For many younger enthusiasts, this was probably the first opportunity to see such a formation operating. Watching this unusually long train run through modern-day Poznań created a fascinating contrast between past and present. And, judging by the crowds lining the route, I certainly wasn't the only person enjoying the moment. The remaining 5 sets represented the final form in which the Konstal trams operated in regular service. What makes events like this so special is that they are about much more than vehicles. The 105 NA carried generations of passengers. People traveled to work, went to school, visited friends, and explored their city on these trams. Whenever a vehicle type that has served for decades disappears from regular service, something unique disappears with it. And with that, the era of the Konstal 105 NA in Poznań comes to an end. Or perhaps not entirely. Because this is Poland, a country that takes enormous pride in its transport heritage. So I have a feeling this won't be the last time we've seen these trams. Whether on Poznań's tourist services, special heritage routes, or future enthusiast events, the Stopionki will certainly continue to appear from time to time. And honestly, that's exactly how it should be. Before we finish, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who made this farewell weekend possible. The drivers, the conductors, the volunteers, and of course MPK Poznań itself. Thank you for preserving an important piece of tramway history and for sharing it with all of us. If you'd like to see more of Poznań and its tram network, be sure to check out these 2 videos. And if you like to join me on more public transport adventures from Poland and around the world, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.